Precision 18 forecast. News 18. Weather from where you live.
Well, the kind of intensity we had today kind of brings up another really hot September back in 1891. In fact, to this day in 2013, take the Ag Farm data and the Purdue University weather records, and these records still stand for September 17th, 18th, 19th, and the 23rd through the 27th. All those days had record high temperatures set in September of 1891. So that was a rough September. All those highs 93 to 96 degrees. At least we don't have a string of record heat on the way. Now this is the weather map from that time, late September in 1891. Now the state borders are hard to see. This is a very old map, but you can get the idea of the pattern. This little kink in the lines out here, that's a cold front, and there's a big ridge of high pressure in the eastern United States, and the hot air is kind of funneled into our area, downsloping from the plains and dry soils to our southwest. And if you look at this map from 1891 to the map we've got today, it's very similar. There's the cold front. The upper jet is here, and we're funneling in the heat around high pressure to our southeast, and that heat is compressing and warming up further. So today, after 98, we'll drop to 94 at 7 tonight, 88 at 9, and then drop to a low of 72 degrees. That's it, and back to 88 by 11 a.m. tomorrow. Another hot day for tomorrow with the heat index as high as 102. As the humidity creeps up a little bit, but some storms, a few will pop tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and then a couple broken lines of storms tomorrow night, a few on Thursday, then a burst of fall before it starts to warm up again. But the overall pattern is still pretty dry for several weeks. Tonight will be 70 to about 75, so very warm by early mid-September standards. 74 Morocco, 72 Lafayette, 70 at Frankfort. Tomorrow, everybody's hot again. Generally mid-90s, 94 Lafayette, 95 Remington, 96 at Morocco, and 94 Logansport down to Camden and Burlington. A little bit cooler on Thursday, though. We're back into the mid-80s for a change, from the 83 at Logansport to the 85 Attica and 84 degrees at Lafayette. The evening's fine, mostly clear skies, just very warm, and a warm night ahead. That's 4 a.m. Tomorrow, becoming partly cloudy. Some clouds starting to bubble up during the heating of the day. By 3:30, and 4, a couple of storms may try to pop, mainly Lafayette northward. And then once we get towards tomorrow night, this is 9, and finally towards 1 a.m. tomorrow night, I think a couple of broken lines of some storms will pass through, and a couple of those may even linger into early Thursday morning. And then a secondary cold front will come through on Thursday. This is near noon. That'll pop a couple of storms in here as well. So 2 cold fronts and at least some scattered storms in the forecast. Now the main severe threat will be northeast of here. We'll have to watch that. Right now it doesn't look like a severe threat, but if we have to expand that, we'll let you know by 11 tonight. 7-day forecast, though, it turns much cooler. Friday only 71. And boy, for the frenzy, it looks cool. We'll be in the mid-50s by 11 o'clock on Frenzy Friday night, 45 Saturday morning. Then it warms back up, but it stays dry. Highs in the 80s by early next week. So hopefully we'll get a little rain out of this, and then much cooler weather on the way.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to, although I enjoy these kind of hot days.
You know, I do too. It's nice to have one last hurrah.
Yeah, and this feels like it.